The heart is essentially the most important organ in the human body, but we often forget that it's a muscle and needs stimulation to remain strong. This is why it is important to do cardio. People may wonder why cardio is so important, but it is essential to keep the heart strong and healthy by taking part in activities such as jogging, walking, biking, swimming, or even dancing. The Harvard Health posted an article stating that the physical activity guidelines issued by the U.S. Health Department recommends at least 150 minutes of cardio per week to maintain healthy heart function. Cardio is also one of the major ways we seek to help combat obesity, as in the US, nearly 4% of the population is morbidly obese, which has increased the risk of developing diabetes, increased chance of a heart attack or stroke, and even the development of sleep apnea, which in an article by Jennifer Corsier explains how increased pressure on the upper airways leads to a collapse and decrease of neuromuscular controls from the fatty deposits, basically scientifically explaining that increased weight on the body blocks the airways, making it more difficult to breathe. Although obesity is not the sole problem or cause for heart disease, and there are many other contributing factors such as someone being a smoker, genetics, hypertension, high cholesterol, or just an unbalanced diet, diabetes, or a general lack of exercise. And although cardio can help many of these things, it's not the end-all be-all or the sole solution to many of these problems. As Mark Sisson outlined in his own experience of doing too much cardio, stating how high-intensity anaerobic lifestyle was promoting a dangerous level of continuous systematic inflammation, and that increased oxidative damage was generally tearing apart precious muscle and joint tissue. As strenuous amounts of force on the body can lead to high cortisol, increased possibility of infection, increased risk of injury, lower bone density, and often breaks down muscle tissue. But cardiovascular conditioning is still essential to maintaining a strong, healthy heart. And so, in order to keep a sense of longevity in the sport or any activity that someone partakes in, is essential to ensure to optimize their heart health that they perform some type of cardiovascular activity 30 minutes a day, maybe 5 to 6 days a week, equaling the total 150 minutes of cardio recommended by the U.S. Department of Health. But it's also important to stay hydrated, as well as eating a balanced diet, which is another main way to combat obesity and many other health defects, such as high cholesterol and diabetes. And the most important thing that we all need to remember is that we need to talk to our doctors and explain our problems so that they can help us get through these in the most optimal way.